So, no, the Inderley's going on, but also in West Salem, Ohio, Kyle Matcham at Dragway 42 has got himself a little bit of a pull to with the OSTPA. So I had to have Kyle come on tonight to break up all the Inderley talk. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Great to see you. Great to see you, man. The weather looks good for this weekend. That's got to make you feel good. So,
yeah, don't jinx it, but it does look excellent tonight.
I have a wooden desk. I just knocked on it. Now my dog thinks somebody's at the front door. Kyle. That's my fault. Kyle Matcham, promoter of Dragway 42, 2 tracks, OSTPA action this weekend. I'm going to play our promo video for Kyle, and we're going to talk to Kyle for a few minutes on pull of the year with OSTPA, I believe the last couple of years. So that means it's a good one. I got to find my video. Here we go. Obviously, you can tell we haven't been to enough OSTPA pulls yet because I have a lot of NTPA stuff in there, but trying to run the classes that you're having. So,
a lot of those folks in that video were state guys that travel the country. So,
yeah, we tried to make that as real as we could. So, light limited pro stock tractors. Now, fans, I used to have a limited pro. This is fun. They put the light pros and the 401s together at 9,000 pounds. I've been to 4 or 5 OSTPA pulls now. Awesome organization, good pullers. The passion's there. It's been fun. Kyle, and I'm not kissing your ass, but Ohio fans are some of the most passionate fans I've ever seen in pulling. And I grew up in the Midwest my whole life. I've only been out in Ohio the last couple of years because of full pull. But man, you guys get the crowds, Kyle, and the passion. And they know pulling, Kyle. They know the sport.
Yep, there was a event just this past Saturday for OSTPA that at the Wayne County, which is actually the county that the track is in, and they sold out the grandstands. And it's a pretty, I'd say it's one of the bigger grandstands in the state. So, I mean, I wasn't there myself, but there was some videos swirling around. It's impressive, but Ohio fans are definitely diehard.
No, I mean, even like some of these small towns we've been in, just like New London, and there's still a couple thousand people in the stands. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's awesome to see. It makes you, when you're there live streaming it, or you're there as a puller, or there as a fan, to be part of a big crowd, it makes you feel like something's going on. You know what I mean? It's fun. So,
yep.
Well, let's talk Dragway 42. You guys have 2 pulls a year. You have a May pull, right? And then you have this pull?
Yeah, we have one. Actually, typically it's
June.
First week in June, and then we have this one in the fall in September.
That's good stuff. What, coming from the drag racing side of it, I guess, with your, you guys owning the racetrack, how did truck and tractor pulling even come into the mix? Where'd you get your passion for the sport? Because you love pulling and you love pro stocks. I mean, what's your passion for the sport, Kyle?
Starting off how tractor pulling became at Dragway 42, before my family acquired it, there was a pulling track there that had, I'd say, a lot of brush pulls, more or less. Okay. I think they might have had some state pulls way back, but that was, I think, before my time. But there was at one point in time, there was a sled pull track on the opposite side. Then when they did the renovations, that sort of was removed. That's now where the pit area is at. And then in 2018, with some help with some local friends, we put a pulling track in at the new facility on the same premises, and have been building these events. We started off with one that always used to be in the fall, and we've grown it now to one in the spring and the fall, with 2 in June, or 2 nights in June, only 1 night in September.
Yeah. Have you always worked with OSTPA, or did you kind of start out with the brush pulling and worked your way up? What's the history?
We started with the NTPA on a Region 2 level, and we would do a brush pull during the afternoon, and then the Region 2 pull at night. And I give a lot of, and there's a lot of events that I see, and I give all those guys a lot of credit, because building the track for one, and then working it with just a few hours before your OSTPA event, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort from a whole group of people to put in the man hours that it takes to do that in one day. So
yeah, no, it sure does. Who are some of the people that help you make it all happen?
There's a couple local guys, Brad Bauman and Tyler Arders and their family, both of them. Dennis Morlock helped me a lot when we first started, sort of handed over the torch. There's a lot of good people that help us out. Jerry Bowers and his crew with equipment. Just anything that we've needed over the years, and we're truly grateful for the help that we do get. I'm sure as well. It takes an army to pull one of these off. It's not something you do by yourself.
It absolutely does. Again, if you're just joining us, talking with Kyle Matcham, promoter of Dragway 42, West Salem, Ohio, this Saturday, September 13th, 7 p.m. 2 tracks, got light limited pro stock tractors, mini modifieds, pro stock tractors, pro stock semis, mods, super stock diesel trucks, and 2-wheel drive trucks. So, man, you got the heavy hitter classes there that night from OSTPA. Your semi class is the most numbers I see nationwide. I mean, I've seen Grand National, NTPA, the Outlaws. They have a couple pro stock semis, but man, I don't know which one we were at. I kind of forget what day and what town I'm in anymore.
I think that was
Randolph.
Yes, Randolph, which is a hotbed for semis. Ohio is a hotbed. It sometimes comes and goes. It was a little bit rough at the beginning of the season. A lot of people were waiting on parts, stuff of that nature, engines. So, but typically as any season progresses, a lot of stuff comes out of the woodwork, or people get running by mid-year, make it to boat. One of the goals always, I think, is to, especially in Ohio, is get your stuff ready to run for Bowling Green and stuff of that nature.
Yeah. So. I'm not sure what Chris Kilbarger means. He said Dennis Morlock, good puller back in the day. So
yeah, he used to have or he still has a Alice Chalmers, I believe it's a 210. Don't quote me on that one. But it was called the Circuit Breaker.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yes. So
yep.
He's about a mile from the facility. So
nice. So as the week goes on, when do you guys really start diving into this?
I did a little bit of work out there last week, and then by Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, really start doing the transition a little bit for getting everything ready, everything moved, some stuff set, extra lights, stuff like that we need set up, working the track, all the equipment to come in that we need for the weekend, stuff of that nature. So.
How often do you guys have races at the drag strip? I mean, it seems like I follow you on social. I see stuff going on all the time.
Pretty much every weekend from April to November. Right now, when you're in the summer, you have at least 4 events, Thursday through Sunday, and have track rentals during the week. So in the summer months, it's very busy. It's 7 days a week.
When you say track rentals, do teams come and they'll make it a private test and tune type of a thing?
Yeah, a lot of times they'll come test during the week before wherever they're going across the state, or a lot of times it's for the national guys, it's across the country for pro mod teams. Some top fuel teams. We actually have a nitro event in 2 weeks at our facility.
Awesome.
For the first time in, I'd say, 20 years. So
that's going to bring some people in.
Yep. So looking forward to that. But in the summer, it's busy. It's busy year round.
Do you see, is it the same fans that come to the tractor pull that come to drag races, or is it 2 different fan bases?
In the beginning, I'd say when we first started, pulling has definitely evolved into more of a, not evolved, but has broadened their fan base.
Okay.
Because when you first started, it was like 2 different things. You had your drag racers, and there still is, but even last weekend up at the track, there was numerous people that told me, well, we'll see you next weekend, meaning the Saturday they're going to come to the pool. So I think there's piqued an interest in what we're doing on our quote unquote weekends off from drag racing.
Right. Is your nitro event IHRA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. What are the big? How big is West Salem, like for population wise?
It's fairly small. I'd say it's maybe 5,000 people.
Okay, that's
I'm
about
being
town I live
generous.
in. So where's the closest big town then? Like, if you could say a town that I would recognize, what would it be?
Ashland, Medina, Worcester, Mansfield.
Those are all bigger
That area.
towns.
Yeah. Wellington is 25-ish minutes from us. So
Yeah, you guys are just, I can't believe all the polls you have in Ohio with all the different associations and
Ashland
crowds.
on Sunday of
Yep.
the 3-day for the Buckeye Challenge and stuff like that. That's 25 minutes away from
Okay.
us.
Nice.
So,
What other polls do you like to attend as a fan? Because I know you love polling.
my parents took me to Bowling Green when I was really, really young. So that's where I think I got hooked at a very young age. So Bowling Green's obviously high up there. I always go to, as long as my schedule highlight of the summer was always fair. I grew up in Lorain County, so we always went to Wellington.
Okay. Gotcha.
Don't get to go to as many polls as I think I'd like with being busy, but
Well, you have a real job now. That you're all grown up now, Kyle. That happens to us. So
that's how it goes.
it's all good. Any sponsors or anybody else you want to thank here tonight before we let you go, bud?
Yep, I'll run through a list here real quick. I mean, with a lot of pretty much any poll, it takes a lot of people and a lot of sponsors to make these events happen. So I'm truly, truly grateful for the support that we do get. Obviously, the fall shootouts presented by Ross Transportation Services and Environmental Services. Bill and Chris Cromling have been huge supporters for our events I think they came on board with us back in COVID year 2020, and I sort of got them hooked on this polling deal. They really enjoy coming out and hanging out, bringing all their, I think they pretty close to 120, 130 employees they'll have out there on Saturday, and it keeps growing every year. So thanks to them, Pete and Pete, Willowvale Farms, Smith Brothers Mulch, General Maintenance Company, Cyclone Diesel Repair, Deppen Farms, Bauer Towing, World Truck, Bears Towing, Rice Diesel, Bad Gear, Miller Farms, Shoney Trucking, SSI Superchargers, Proway Truck Repair, Valley Automotive Group, Kelly Equipment Repair. I apologize, I'm probably going to miss some, but without your help, without all these companies' help, this event would not be possible. Any of the events that we have at the facility across the board over the season. So
that's awesome. The Cat's Ass is checking in. Kevin Dick says it's awesome to see the hillside at 42 packed with fans, and the crowd at Worcester was exciting to see. So that was last weekend in Worcester, right? I believe. So.
Yeah, that was last Saturday. So hopefully we can match that. They have a huge grandstand, so it'll be hard to beat. But the hillside should be packed on Saturday with good weather. Thankful for, again, all the people that do help with getting the track ready, helping me all day on Friday and Saturday. Tyler and Brad, Jim McClafen, Dennis. There's all Jerry's crew and all the support help that they do for that. I mean, it's greatly appreciated to turn an event into what it has become over the past several years. It's impressive.
You definitely have grown it. I mean, people know about it everywhere, so that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. So, well, cool, Kyle. Well, enjoy your week. Good luck. Like I said, I knocked on wood. I have a wooden desk I'm sitting at. That the weather stays nice for you, because I don't want anything bad.
I think it looks good across the state. For there's 2 state polls on OSTPA polls on Friday up in Upper Sandusky.
Yep.
And Old Washington, and on Sunday there's a poll in Ashland. So hope to see there's a lot of bonus money up for the Buckeye Challenge across the semi division, the pro stock division, and the 2-wheel drive division. I think it's $2,000 over the cumulative 3 days for 2-wheelers, and $3,000 for pro stocks, $5,000 to win for the semis, winner take all. There's a lot of hooks here in Ohio. Hopefully we see some out of town visitors come into the state lines and see who takes it all. So.
See how they can stack up. So
yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Kyle, thanks for your time, bud.
Yep.
And good luck this weekend.
Yep. Take care.
All right. See you, Kyle. Kyle Matcham, Dragway 42 promoter there, talking about the big pull in West Salem, Ohio this Saturday.